Y'all stay right where you're at. That's good. Have a good sir. Well, we're getting the opportunity to do a bunch of these today, and that's good stuff. And I'm especially proud of this. These are governor's bills, and they're trying to address a terrible epidemic that basically we all know can cannibalize us, and even if it's not already cannibalizing us. And boy, she's beautiful. She surely is. But nevertheless, why don't you let her come up here and stand beside me? Her mom could come. You could sit right here. I'm a good guy. You okay? You okay? What's your name? What's her name?
Angelina.
Angelina? I love your hat, Angelina.
She sit down.
You want to sit here?
She could sit on your lap.
Okay.
No, listen. At the end of the day, this is exactly why we're doing this. This is exactly what this is all about. You know, we're so committed to doing the right stuff and growing this state, and Angelina having the opportunity to be able to stay here and find employment and opportunity and all that stuff here. But we've got issues within our state that we need to clean up and we need to get straightened out. So she'll have the chances that she needs to have. And anybody that doubts that she's not the reason that we're here in a lot of ways, then they're thinking wrong. So let me tell you this, that we have an incredible secretary in Bill Crouch that's right behind me. We have two bills, you know, and I'm trying to read a little bit as I go, but the first bill relates to creating quick response teams. You know, Huntington today has shown us that the benefits of a quick response team, you know, can save lives. And I think Bill, and I'll let him talk in just a second, but I think what he's really wanting to do is to try to relate that back to community and create those teams within community to be able to do that. And to have at least 5 or 6 of those teams put together by July. So that's the primary purpose, and that's what this bill is primarily about. And I'm going to talk about both of them as I go. And the other bill basically is to curb this nasty just overload of opioids all over the place that are available to any and everybody. And so we've restricted that for you know, certain types of pains or whatever it may be to 3 days to 7 days and all. And I'm just hitting the highlights because I'll let him talk in a much more educated way than I. And this bill, really, we thought we were having trouble with it, and it started getting convoluted in a lot of different ways, but we were able to hold it together and we were able to get it done. And then at the end of the day, what it'll do is it will significantly reduce the amount of opioids that are out on the streets. Angelina, be good. She is just beautiful. But nevertheless, and the other thing that's really great about this is this bill was driven by our doctors. This bill wasn't driven by just nobodies. This bill was driven by doctors. And so now, Bill, you talk. I hope I haven't taken away your flame, and then I'll sign bills.
Not at all. I've said before, one of very first things the governor spoke to me about when we first met was the opioid problem and the extent of that problem. And I've also said it actually took me many months to realize how very, very bad it is. We have a problem in this state where we're losing $8.8 billion a year due to this problem, more than double in terms of the gross domestic product of any state in the country. The two closest states to us are Ohio and Pennsylvania, who are losing 5-some% of their GDP. This is a serious problem that if we don't put some resources forth and really look at tackling this in a serious, serious way, is going to create economic hardship for this state that we can't even imagine. So the governor has pushed and bore down on this. I also want to thank Chairman Takubo, who's here, and Chairman Ellington, the chair of the House Health Committee, chair of the Senate Health Committee, who kept this on track, who wrote physicians, and who really did drive this and get this to completion, because there were a few times we weren't sure how this was going to proceed. But it's a bill that we hope will have an impact on the opioid problem in West Virginia and really help us begin to turn a corner with this problem. So I thank the governor for pushing and making sure we make this a priority, and we're continuing to make it a priority, and we're going to push extremely hard for next year here.
Let me add one more thing. And, you know, I'm always the one that can bring it right down to all of our levels, especially mine. And that's just this, is drugs have touched every single one of us in lots of ways. Drugs are not restricted to race or age or wealth. They're across all different parameters. Now, we know how good we are potentially, but we also have got to realize the destruction that this causes. Just what our great secretary just said here, an economic impact of $8+ billion. Now, the total gross revenue of this state is 4.4, 4.5, somewhere in that neighborhood. Now, just stay with me and just think about this. We have got to address this. Now, a real problem is just this. This will help. These bills will help. And they're a step in the right direction by far, if not a giant step. But we've got a lot more steps to make. And this won't fix it. And one of the things we're doing right now that is going to be more or less a pilot project is we've selected a county in the south and a county in the north, or a county in the eastern panhandle, and where that we can try with the monies that we have available, and we're still going to take care of all the other counties as best we possibly can, like we're doing today. But we have a program that is going to try to come up with a model that we can then just turn loose in all of our counties, or maybe turn loose in all the country. This problem is going to take a horrendous amount of monies to address and fix. And we don't have horrendous amounts of monies. So we got to find a way. Today, we take monies in a lot of different times and just throw them against the wall and hope that it works and hope that it sticks and everything. And what happens is then we awaken to the next day's news, and the news is worse. So we got to try. And so we came up with an idea, and I said, look, let's try to perfect this. Let's try to perfect this in a southern county and in an eastern panhandle or northern county, and then try to take that to our state and to the world. The other thing is we just need money. We need money to be able to try to combat this terrible, terrible epidemic. And if we don't address it with real money and real effort and real everything, from social workers to treatment facilities to law enforcement to everything, to first responders to everything, if we don't do that, we're going to awaken tomorrow to the same Groundhog Day that we awakened to today. Now, I am absolutely all in that I am, I told people this earlier, I am an impatient rascal. Now, that's all there is to it. And I want to see results. You see, I told our people this the other day, I don't have any ambition whatsoever just showing up at a political rally and shaking hands and everybody knowing that I'm there, and they just, say, Governor, great job, or Governor, you're doing a terrible job, or riding in a parade or whatever like that. I just want to do stuff and get stuff done. That's what I want to do. That's what, fuels my engine, not just hanging out. I want to get something done. And I am really impatient, and I'm going to give you every single thing I have to get something done and curb this terrible epidemic. Now, I'm going to sign these. In the meantime, if y'all want to ask something, you're welcome to ask, and if I can't answer while I'm signing, this great man will. Y'all can all come up here too. That'd be really good. Angelina, there's all kinds of people up here now. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I'd love to have you. Come on, Mike. Okay, here we go. Well, that's the first one. That's Bill 272. I'm going to keep signing, and somebody's going to handle the pens. Okay, this is Bill 273. Okay, that's the first one. It's official. Y'all are awful quiet. It is sad.
Governor, I can promise you there are 4 chiropractors in this room that are so excited about this.
Oh.
We have the same goals as you. They're excited to making it happen.
Well, we can never, ever thank you so much. And, we're trying in every way to make this great state a great state. And we know how good it is, but we've got room to make it better. Now, Angelina, you got to come back up here just 1 second. I want to give you some. Angelina, I want you to have this pen right here. Angelina, I want to give you this pen, okay? Angelina. I want you to know that we've signed this for you. And I mean that in every way. And I want you to keep that forever and show it to all your all your buddies, okay? All right. I love you. Okay, thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Governor.
Thank you. Thank y'all. Oh, so
Patient just like you, you know, because the
We'll be a lead in
all right, I love it. I love it.
Good, great shot.